everyone.
Hello.
I'm Pamela.
And I'm Tasha.
And we're walking
in our best quality of life.
We come to you all today because we have a topic that's kind of been on our heart. And so we'll tell you a little bit about why we chose this topic in a minute. But we want to talk with you all today about making the proper transition from being very family oriented
and single
with your family, right?
Mm-hmm.
To being married and what that looks like.
Right.
Okay. And so I say this because,
first of all, this is very personal.
Yes.
And I know that you all have family members, possibly, maybe uncles. I don't know. It's something with the men in the family. I'm sure it's females too.
Yeah.
But it's a personal thing with us. And, we see it all the time with the males. They get, they're family oriented and it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
They're like the best person to hang around. But then as soon as they get married, you don't ever hear from them really again.
They're incognito. It's like they go through
You can't
a
even come
change.
over. They don't even call to say hello, how you doing. They just disappear. So we're just wondering if y'all have the same issue.
Now, let me just also add, because I want to say this, in our experiences with some of the males that we know, it's not just family members. I mean, I have talked with other people, colleagues, friends, even clients over time, where they have been able to say, you know what, it's something about when the men in our family get married, and it's like they don't know how to properly balance being married and devoted to their wife, which we know scripturally, biblically, you're supposed to cleave to your husband and cleave to your wife. We get that. But they do more than cleaving. And it seems like sometimes they're the only ones who cleave. It seems like, based on our experiences, the wives continue to interact with their families, be very close with their families, do things with their families.
But they cut his family off.
Yes, like slice it off. Like
totally.
We don't see or deal with them that much. And if you do deal with the male does deal with his family, it's very, very different. It's like it's hard. It's hard to get them in your presence.
Yes, it's very surface level.
Yes.
You're not going to be doing vacations with the family. You're not going to be even coming over their home. You're not going to be able to do that. Sometimes you can't even know where they live. I mean, it's like that.
Yes. Or they can't, if they feel like they talk to you, the wife has to be like present or
there all the time on the phone.
Yes.
Listening on speaker. Like, who does that?
I remember one time somebody told me this. I kid you not. And I was like, I understand. They said they were an adult, because a lot of these people are adults that I'm talking about that have shared this information. And they said, this one guy was telling me how his father got married, and he said he was in his 20s, and he literally was on the phone, and the father was like, say I love you to his wife, and he's like, dude, I'm grown. I'm grown. Like
that ain't never gonna happen.
And it's not that the love can't grow or transform between.
Yeah, but that's a little weird.
Person.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, you gotta give it time. Like, I think that sometimes the guys don't really know how to make that proper transition, and
they almost force them on you, and they forcing somebody on you who don't even really want to get to know you. It's very awkward.
Yeah, and if they do want to get to know you, they want to get to know you on their level.
Right.
They want to be able to formulate their own relationship independently of their spouses. And I'm for that. I support that. I think that families should blend, but we know that it takes time to blend those families, correct?
Right. And it's not fair for it to blend on her side of the family, her and her family, and the man, they're all mixing in and, doing family things. But his side of the family is like, okay, we don't ever see her.
It's estranged.
Yeah, and we don't see him because you're always with her. You can't ever come over here without her. You can't do anything without her, So it makes it very difficult, and it is a strain. It's a huge strain on the family.
Yes.
People start to grow resentful.
Yes. and they pull back. So they start to be like, oh, this is fake phony, so I don't feel comfortable doing fake phony. So
Right.
let me fall all the way back and give you your space. And then when the relationship tries to come back together, it's like you said, the bitterness is set in and the resentment, and so you don't really want to mess with the new family member or the new person that's married into the family.
Exactly.
And again, this could be men or women. We're just talking about, we seem to see it more in the males, and when I'm working with other folks and stuff, it seems like it's more of the men than it is for some of these women.
Right.
And so we just don't understand, how does that happen, and what can we do? Because this is another a central part of families, especially African American families. We want the family unit to come together. We want the family unit to blend well.
Right.
We want to be able to appropriately invite that person in. And I can only imagine that it could be intimidating to marry into a family that's very close knit.
Right.
And everything. I can only imagine. But I want to also add this, because I don't want to forget this point, Natasha. I want to know what you think about this.
All right.
But so let's say, what's the rules? What's the rules if you are a person who is so family oriented before you get married, and you used to be that person that sometimes was supportive? Now, I'm not talking about paying a family member's bills, always being the refuge center for family members who make inappropriate decisions with their money and stuff like that. But you sometimes would give that support, if you
Just giving up your time, maybe.
your time. It's not money necessarily. So my thing is, what happens if you marry someone that's totally, that person marries someone that's totally not with that at all? You don't do anything for your family no more. Is that appropriate, or can you set boundaries with your family?
That is totally inappropriate. And I'm definitely going to be having to set some type of boundaries. We're going to have to come together in agreement, on what we're going to do, and, when we're going to see each other's family. It has to be, because I am a family-oriented person. So, of course, I'm going to, whoever I wind up with, they're going to have to be a family-oriented person, too. I'm going to spend time with my family. I'm not going to be with them all the time, because I know when you get married, you have to separate that.
Yeah.
Because, your time, you really should be with your husband. But your husband is going to want to spend time with his family. You know what I'm saying?
And his friends.
I don't care if me and my family, like if he's not, close with my family, he's still going to want to spend time with his family. And me being the natured person that I am, I'm going to want to spend time with his family, but I'm going to also want to spend time with my family.
Yes.
And we're going to have to come to some type of agreement on that. Because I've seen men who just will not come, or they will go to the wife's house, her family house, in-laws' house, and will just party and just chill it up and do whatever. But when it comes to his own family, non-existent. Non-existent. Not even a phone call.
And
it didn't start out that way. It didn't start out that way. There used to be
a total personality change.
You're right. There used to be the type of person that would come by and see how you were doing, check up on you, contact you weekly. It just all of a sudden stopped.
And let me just say this. Now, on the flip of that, now we're moving into a part B of this segment, is that there are couples that we know, married couples, that have been together for 10 years. Some have been together 30 years. Some have been together that are newly married. And these couples tend to have a good balance of all of that.
They spend equal time.
Equal time. Well, let me just say this. I think that they definitely cleave to one another appropriately, like biblically. They are each other's numero uno, the husband and the wife to each other and their kids, whatever. But they are able, Tasha, to be able to blend in with each other's family together, and or the wife goes to the husband's family and friends, and the husband goes to the wife family and friends, and then they each go, they each come together with all of them, and they're able to do that so well. How are they able to do that? And these other people
I really think that those people have a healthy relationship, just, between the two of them and between everyone. But I think when it comes to that relationship that, that's more one-sided, I think that it's an ego somewhere.
Okay.
I really do. I think there's somebody that's on another level in relationship. Maybe they are in control of the relationship. I can't really
Okay.
explain it other than that.
Okay. Maybe there's some insecurity,
Yeah.
some jealousy, or maybe they don't have a close-knit relationship with
Right.
other folks.
Yeah, and maybe they don't think it's, maybe they think it's weird for you to have that type of relationship with your family once you're married to them now. Maybe they want all the attention. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with a scenario. I'm really not sure.
Well, needless to say, we would love to hear from you all out there to let us know, have you ever experienced something like this? And we don't profess to be right on this issue. Please know that. So you don't have to let us know, oh, you wrong, you dead wrong, or this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
We're not saying it right.
We have lived through this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to say that I'm right or wrong. We gave scenarios. Like you said, we don't know what causes it. We don't know why it's like that. But it is very different, and it's a strain on the family. It really is.
Yes. So we would love to hear from you all.
Give us some of your stories.
Yeah, share, please do, and maybe some possible solutions that that work for you and your family or your situation. We would love to hear from you. You can hit us up at queenshipwomen@gmail.com, queenshipwomen@gmail.com.
Or leave us some comments down below.
Yes.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys.
Please do. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening.